look at the shift. Again, you look at Julius Randle. He's navigating it badly, and this is who OKC is. We saw none of this in Game 3. Just taking his time, and that's what he wants, but you got to help him out. You can't let him split.
Gobert hands off Conley. Shot clock at 6. Mike Conley trails the three-pointer.
His presence is vital to this team. There's just the calmness he brings.
Holmgren took a shot. That won't go. Holmgren gets it back. Hartenstein kept it alive. Hartenstein picks it out. SGA. Luke Dort's going to get a three-point look. Rebound out to Hartenstein again. Jalen Williams fakes. Dort chased off the three-point line and draws a foul. Nice hit thing on McDaniels. The adrenaline was flowing on the defensive end on both sides.
So special situation plays. Sideline, baseline, out of bounds. Off the inbound pass, little handoff for Rudy, who is an exceptional screener over the course of his time. Screen assist, he knows the angle, gets Mike Conley a clean one.
Luke Dort to the free throw line. When you're Luke Dort and you're first team All-NBA, and you have to guard the opponent night in and night out, you have to be mentally tough, because when you guard the best player, Doris, you're going to get burned on some nights, and he got burned the other night.
Mike, they talk about shooters having a short memory. That's what great defenders have to do in the league, because Anthony Edwards is going to get his. What I do notice is Dort is almost pressing up more tonight. At times trying to deny him. Look how close he is and how far. That's an illegal screen. Just that pressure by Dort out front, making an impact early.
Sometimes hard to measure a defensive impact with stats, but this is the intangible, what makes him such a great defender fighting over the screen.
Well, and look, you got to be smart up there. You look, if you got a foul on Julius Randle, you got a foul on James McDaniels already on a pumping. You got to keep your discipline early in this game.
We stand out. We argue that ball is Edwards. Off the turnover finds McDaniels. That was clutch from Minnesota in the first quarter of Game 1. Was there a whistle on it? That must have been a late whistle, because everybody started going back up the floor. It appeared there was a foul on the dunk.
Just a poor pass. Always the high ball turnovers, particularly top of the floor. You're going to get a 2-on-1 situation, and Jaden, big time challenge. And how about this finish?
Oh yeah, that's definitely. It was a late whistle, but the right call.
McDaniels 10 points, 6 boards, and terrific defense in Game 3. He's got 5 points already. Holmgren picks up his first foul. Jalen Williams, a lot of room, and nails another 3. That's his second three-pointer.
And Edwards, you can't shoot the gap on 2 screens. Not against J-Dub. That is not what you can do. You can't give him that much space.
Again, it was very impressive offensively early. But discouraged there by Holmgren. Sound out a shot clock. Dort. How about these two guys going at it? Randle spins, gets it out in the corner. Conley has to heave it up. And Dort the rebound. That's some strong defense from Lou Dort.
I don't like Julius Randle at the top of the key versus Lou Dort versus Alex Caruso. I like him in the block. That's harder to work up there.
Lou Dort again, a clean look outside. That one way off. Ball knocked out of bounds. Still Thunder ball.
Yeah, you ain't gotta be doing all that. Getting up all late, all early.
Staying attached to a body. Look, you're trying to go under 2 screens. That's impossible to do. That gives him all the time, and there's no contest. That's an easy way out. You got to take the hard way out. Get on his body and trail him the entire way.
14 on the shot clock. Hartenstein. Williams inside. Double team. Knocked away by McDaniels. Picked up by Edwards. 2 turnovers early for OKC. Randle hoists up a 3. Rudy Gobert on the rebound. Edwards back to Conley. Conley, wide open corner 3. McDaniels in and out and in again. McDaniels 8 of the 13 points. A spin move. Back out Dort. A contested 3. Got it. OKC with 14 points. 4.5 minutes in, they had 14 points total in the first quarter of Game 3. Conley misses, but Gobert right there to clean it up. Einstein wanted a whistle. Elvis Alexander already 3 assists. Jump shot bounces around, a soft touch. Those are his first points. Edwards using the screen, gets inside, crossover, kicks it out. McDaniels, good luck. Holmgren goes high, going back. Dangerous pass, but Williams able to catch it in traffic. Well, we've seen that OKC defensive intensity to start this one. Both teams so good defensively. Gilgeous Alexander using the left hand.
Come on, how good is that? He is attacking the body of a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. In Game 3, one of the big differences was Rudy's impact on those exact plays. You see Shea, no hesitation, go right at him.
Randall threw behind. Edwards trying to hold on. Dort comes up with it. Sloppy possession that time. Second turnover for Minnesota. Hartenstein not looking at the basket. Jalen Williams head down. Picks it out. Holmgren inside. Blocked by Gobert. What a rejection from Rudy Gobert. McDaniels down the lane. Layup is good. Timeout OKC. McDaniels 10 early points.
Well, Rudy Gobert got beat on the proud possession. The Frenchman's got some pride. At one point known as the Stifle Tower, he says, Mr. Holmgren, not right there.
And well, defense turning into offense. McDaniel getting the long, hard layup.
He loves that baby.
And wait till you see the other 2 surprises. Beautiful bundle of 3.
3?
I was thinking of gifting one to each of you. I got AT&T's bundle of 3. iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence for me, and iPad and Apple Watch for you.
New and existing customers get their iPhone 16 Pro on us with eligible trade-in. Plus iPad and Apple Watch SE for 99 cents per month each and save up to $1,700.
Choose adventure, then dive right in. Choose to keep going. It's your call. You can choose a change of scenery, or choose a change of pace. The Mazda CX-50 Hybrid lets you go farther.
Take advantage of one of these exceptional offers at your local Mazda dealer today.
That's why we do it, Marcy.
Gathering the most in-depth info, creating a better way for
People to find the perfect home to build their lives.
Are you okay?
No, it's a dust-based allergy.
Ding dong.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Check out BetMGM Originals, bets you can't find anywhere else. Bet on a player to score over 40 points, or the double bang when a player makes 2 consecutive three-pointers, and raining threes, 10 threes scored in the first quarter, and so many more. New customers get a welcome offer up to $1,500 paid in bonus bets if you don't win. BetMGM, the sports book where we know how to treat you right. Download the app to bet.
You know, life would be easier if I could do everything from the logo.
Allow me to assist.
Pickles. It worked! Buckets. Now that's a tomato. Sheboygan.
Imagine.
P-E-Z-O-L. Oh, bro.
From the logo. State Farm with the assist.
Welcome to the NBA Finals. That's what you are. That's why, darling, it's incredible. That's someone so unforgettable. presented by Google. Rudy Gobert with a sensational block and great concealment of grabbing the jersey as well.
That's a tough one right there. They probably got away with it, but I love that block shot because he meets them at the rim. Before verticality, that's where all the shot blockers did their work.
Edwards guarding Williams. Williams drives left-handed. Oh, nice soft touch underhanded off the glass.
Holy smokes. That's with your offhand from that distance?
Williams has 10. McDaniels with 10. George, good ball denial on Edwards. Edwards trying to get on track. His first shot, Caruso right there to agree the ball back loose. McDaniels couldn't get it. And a whistle and a loose ball foul.
But Dort's level of aggressiveness on the defensive end, it is almost 7 minutes played, and Anthony Edwards has yet to take a shot. So pick and roll, Chet has to pick him up. Look at the convergence. This is what he sees on penetration. And then this is where the foul occurs. Look at him lay out to try to make that play. I'll take that foul any day of the week.
That's a typical Lou Dort play. Nas Reed in the game, lost the dribble. Good physical defense from Jalen Williams. At least in the early moments, they are really letting them play here to start. DiVincenzo guarding SGA. Sneaks inside, layup, bank shot good with 3 Minnesota players around him.
You can't have that if you're Minnesota. You cannot have 2 guys come over and just a simple split. You got to get body to body and close off that lane.
Randall Thornton was fouled. Caruso knocked it loose. There's so many deflections, great hands by OKC. Nas Reed knocked it out of bounds. Still Thunder ball.
You have a second defender come over. You have a third defender there. Now watch this. If he's going to go, you can't have all of that space. That's too much space for him to work with. If you're going to bring bodies to close gaps.
And a timeout called by Chris Finch. 5-point lead for the Thunder here in the first.
Agree. Stitch is back, alright. Lilo and Stitch is hilarious. Chaotic. And the movie event of the summer. Also cute and fluffy. Lilo and Stitch. Rated PG. Now playing.
This is what you can buy for $10 at KFC $10 Tuesdays. And this is what you can buy for $10 at a coffee shop.
This is coffee.
I know. Who's it supposed to be?
Get more bang for your bucket at KFC. 8 pieces of original mustard fried chicken or 8 tenders for just $10. And this is what you can buy for $10 at a coffee shop. Get more bang for your bucket at KFC. 8 pieces of original mustard fried chicken or 8 tenders for just $10.
No one, not even WhatsApp, can hear your personal messages. So your baby's first introductions stay private.
Still looking for a new job?
Just found out my dad's sister's husband is golfing buddies with the CEO of a great company. So basically, I got the job.
Sounds promising.
Indeed helps you match based on what you know, not who you know.
Oh, thank goodness. I didn't have to exist, to be honest.
This is a hot flash. This is a hot flash. But this is a not flash. Leosa, the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms due to menopause. With hormone-free Leosa, you can have fewer hot flashes and more not flashes. Leosa reduces the number and severity of hot flashes day and night. Leosa can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Leosa and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired itching, yellow belly as your skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veosa if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about hormone-free Veosa. You can save on Veosa. Visit saveonveosa.com to learn more.
Want more playoff stats? Just ask Siri. Who leads the basketball playoffs in three-pointers?
Well, a successful challenge on that last out of bounds. Nasri reaching around, but last touch by Jalen Williams. Always interesting as when you challenge an out of bounds ball this early in the game. Now he still has another, but I'm always wondering the reasoning behind it.
You're always confused. You'll understand you want to battle for every single possession. But there's also key possessions, whether it's a foul on a guy or those are the things that, in my opinion, I've heard other coaches talk about. Unless it's going to take one of my guys out of the game, I'm going to save it for later.
Or take points off the board. Kendrick Williams getting some minutes again with the deflection. Another forced turnover. Game 3 was the first time in the entire playoffs that OKC's opponent had less turnovers than they did. Gildas Alexander, nice spin low jumper's good.
Well, that was their 5th turnover, and a couple more points off that. And Shea, you allowed him to dance to the absolute sweet spot for him. 14 to 15 feet, that is his area.
Well, the Thunder weathered that early storm again. The crowd just crazed to begin. Nasri gets a three. The effortless long distance shot from Nasri. He's got unlimited range. But has not been shooting the three ball well. But much better in game 3. Williams answers right back. Jalen Williams is 3 for 3 from long range.
Better start closing that space, TB.
DiVincenzo can't get it to go. That space was not available in game 3. Williams to SGA Caruso. DiVincenzo trying to stay in front. Williams again, a lot of space. Can't get that one to go. Ball batted out of bounds. They say it's going to go the other way.
Come on, Timberwolves.
Tonight's playoff schedule brought to you by ESPN Bet, the official sports book of ESPN. TNT Tuesday, Game 4 in Indiana. 8 o'clock Eastern start. ESPN Wednesday, Game 5 of this series. Who knows what's going to happen in the Nick Pacers series? Who knows what's going to happen tonight? It's just been this crazy sequences.
I know we'd like to have one of the close games. TNT has been afforded through their first several.
Yep, Kevin Holland, Stan Van Gundy, and Reggie Miller have had some close games. We've had a bunch of blowouts. Alexander Walker drives back up top to Reed. Reed off the bounce, kicks it out. DiVincenzo, no hesitation. Get it. There goes Dante DiVincenzo.
How about the skill of Nasri, though? He hits you with the deep three, and then his handle tight enough, and how about the pass?
SGA. Williams fakes, pulls up, elbow jumper. That's good. He played the whole 4th quarter in the blowout and scored a bunch of points. He also had that really strong game 1. Alexander Walker answers back. And Minnesota's 5 for 10 from 3 now. They were 20 of 40 from three-point range in game 3. Both teams shooting lights out to start. Gildas Alexander steps back. Conley nails a 3. He's 5 of 6 from the field. He's got 11 points, 4 assists.
Go ahead, DB. Go ahead.
No, you have the disgusting look that they're giving Shea that much space.
DiVincenzo, ball deflected. And loose ball foul. Going to go against Rudy Gobert.
Well, and look, you understand Rudy, but just watch the patience. He takes his time. Here, Rudy's in a good spot. Now here, in my opinion, Rudy's got to get up and then depend on the help defender because that's an uncontested shot for Shea, especially after he's already hit one.
By the way, Anthony Edwards has not taken a shot yet. A whistle on a foul. Gildas Alexander trying to get through the 2 defenders. Neither defender liked the call. Obviously, the crowd doesn't like it. Chris Finch looking out to him.
There's been some frustration at the number of fouls, but he scrapes his left arm, and that is why the ball comes loose.
Also, the foot, a little bit of a trip. Not much. Again, with all the contact that's going on, but that appeared to be a foul.
Greetings, National Basketball Association fans. Enjoy this break in the action to disappear for a moment and stretch your legs to regroup. Buckle your seatbelts, folks, because things might get a little heated. And now, back to the Game 4 showdown.
Well, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander had 14 points total in Game 3. Already has 13 points here in the first. He's hearing a free throw merchant chance from the Timberwolves fans. Edwards now guarded by Cason Wallace. Edwards up top. A swarming defense from OKC has returned here in Game 4. DiVincenzo drives. Euro step, floats it up and good.
Ooh.
5 points off the bench for
Ooh.
You have to be able to operate under duress if you're a ball handler. And the one way to attack pressure or to beat pressure is to attack pressure downhill. And that's what Dante did.
Cousin guarding cousin here. SGA. Wallace again.
Wide open.
Three-pointer can't get it. Hot shot.
Oh no.
Hit the rim. Isaiah Joe comes right back.
We've seen multiple offensive rebounds from OKC. They're getting extra shots, extra opportunities.
Edwards goes inside. Counted and a foul. That's his first field goal attempt, and he's got a chance for a three-point play.
Again, I like this. OKC is saying it should be on the floor, but watch. Here's the gather, and then there's the foul. So now this is the continuation. It looks long, it looks smooth, but at the end of the day, that is the right call. See, there's the foul, and the gather's already happened. So yes, it looks like the play continuated, but at the end of the day, that's the right call.
All deflected out. Markstein the foul. Edwards had 30 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists in that Game 3 victory, but it was his defense that I think inspired his teammates. He was sensational on the defensive end. Caruso steps back. Three-pointer off the mark. Ball nearly tipped in. Back and forth. Wallace had it, lost it, gets it back again. SGA on the drive. Wallace guarded by Edwards. Isaiah Joe, same spot, different result. Edwards the rebound. Final seconds here in the first. Edwards drives. And carry. Hesitating there. Got the hand under the ball. That's the 7th Minnesota turnover here in the first.
Also feels like a lot of the 50-50 balls are going OKC's way.
Holmgren comes in. 3 seconds remaining. No foul to give here. Jalen Williams will also check in.
3 guys around him.
That tends to change your decision making.
Yeah. At least make you think about it a little bit longer.
Series.
We've got plenty of time to get off a decent shot. Williams falls down, gets the pass. Edwards right with him, chucks it up. Partially blocked by Reed, and that will end the first. Minnesota shoots 63% from the field, and they're down 7. And again, those 7 turnovers. And that man, after a rough Game 3, Gilgeous-Alexander playing like an MVP to start Game 4.
It's big, it's back, and it's only $6. Get the big box y'all love today.
Let's go places.
It's the best Chipotle order. I would like a bowl.
Triple wrap.
Mild medium hot.
Then dip it in here.
Sour cream inside of vinaigrette. Tortillas, if you know, you know.
Lettuce, cheese, one.
Yes.
Oh, that is good.
I just love them to protect me. Nothing will stand in my way. Miss me?
PG-13. Tonight's highlight brought to you by Fantastic Four. First Steps, Richard.
Guarding Anthony Edwards is no easy job, but they call it the torture chamber for a reason. Look, he's waiting at the half-court line. That's his pickup point, and then forcing Julius Randle into a foul. So just even his intensity there would adjust the other player. Anthony Edwards jumps to try and make a pass. We know that's not what you do. Anthony Edwards didn't take his first shot until 35 seconds left to go in that first quarter.
Take the shot. Critics everywhere are raving about the Phoenician scheme. It's Wes Anderson's best film since The Grand Budapest Hotel.
My great-grandfather built the hotel.
The Phoenician scheme is thrilling, with humor and surprises.
Which are what?
I'm not saying. I'm saying I'm not saying.
It's action-packed, 4 stars, and the funniest movie of the year.
Is this supposed to be here?
Oh dear.
How much time does this have?
18 minutes.
Perfectly fine. We land in 10.
The Phoenician Scheme, rated PG-13, in theaters everywhere, June 6th.
Don't take less when you can have it all with Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. There's the $5 Classic box full of craveable faves. The $7 Supreme box for your smoky inside. And the $9 Cantina Bucks box has a whole world of tasty indulgences, including the slow roasted Cantina chicken burrito. Get Lux for less with the $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes at Taco Bell.
Welcome back to the Western Conference Finals presented by AT&T. Mark, you said you guys needed to be the aggressors tonight to set the tone. How do you think you're doing so far?
Both teams are competing really hard. It's a physical game, but we set a good tone in the first quarter.
What's working defensively for Lou on Anthony Edwards, holding him to just a point?
High-mid defense, but good pressure. He's been in his pocket all the time.
All right, Lisa. Caruso misses a 3. Terrence Shannon Jr. getting some early minutes once again. He's become the 9th man of the rotation. He was terrific in game 3. He's become a crowd favorite rather quickly. Stolen by Williams. Telegraph pass to Jalen Williams now with 15 points here in the first half.
8 turnovers, 8 points off. This is who OKC is. You are helping them to score.
Nas Reed drives inside, reverse, and rolls it. What a shot from Reed. He got a 7-footer right around him.
That's a big on big screen, too.
Getting Williams feeling it. Not that time, though. Reed snatches the rebound. Alexander Walker stripped, knocked out of bounds. Still too little small.
See, for me, look, you got 2 bigs. You got Julius Randle and Nas Reed out there on the perimeter with 2 all-defensive guards guarding them. They're not doing the proper things of holding a body and then getting open. They're just letting these guys hit the passing lanes. That's the disadvantage of having bigs playing on the perimeter versus guards.
Zach Sarva having a little chat. Caruso and Randall were pushing and shoving each other before the ball inbounded. Inbounding. Shannon, not shy, played very well, very aggressive. Randall against Caruso. Triple T. Gets it out. 5 on the 24. Shannon can't hit. Randall couldn't grab it. And it's going to go against Minnesota. Randall. That's his second.
Watch the convergence. Julius Randle, Anthony Edwards, they're never going to lack for company. This team, Oklahoma City, if the ball touches the pen, it is like sharks in the water, folks. They want to take that away as first priority.
Holmgren, pick the 3, now drives inside the slam. And paint just open up, and an easy 2 for Holmgren. His second field goal. Lead back up to 9, equaling the largest lead of the first half. Shannon to Randall. Alexander Walker connects. Corey's had some really good minutes in this series. Now 6 of 12 from 3-point range. That's what's keeping them close despite all the turnovers. Minnesota only down by 6 now. Jalen Williams likes his mismatch against Conley. Blocked by Conley. Williams gets it back, 5 on the 24. Kicks it out, Wallace, the fake. Now fires three-pointer. That won't go. Shannon boxing out Holmgren. That was one tough physical defensive sequence. Shannon drives.
Let's go, boy.
Holmgren fakes. Little out of control, got it back. Hangs on, flips it up, count it. Oh, Chet Holmgren falling down, throws it off the glass. Shannon again to drive and draws a foul. Shannon just brings instant energy off the bench.
Alex Caruso is screaming, though, because if there's a foul here on Shannon, he wants the exact contact on Chet. But to me, this is just a missed stumble. A little bit of contact there, but that's two guys on the same spot on the floor. How about this defense from Mike Conley on Jalen Williams? He's thinking he's got a mismatch, and Mr. Conley says, I've been doing this a long time.
Mike Conley during the regular season had 4.
Mike Conley with the block.
He's a really
Slap.
player. NBA all defense at one point. Well, that was quite the rejection. Meanwhile, Shannon comes in. The bench right now for Minnesota, they have 19 of their 38 points. And this rookie from Illinois, they've got something in him. Didn't play a lot during a regular season. It's a numbers game. Sometimes it's tough on a veteran team. He says, I'll wait my turn. And when his turn comes, he produces. Isaiah Joe. Hartenstein. Isaiah Joe, nice move and finish in traffic. And a whistle as well as he got knocked to the ground. Dante DiVincenzo will pick up his second foul.
I love to see Isaiah Joe working. Again, he's a three-point shooter. We know him as that. But you got to know your own scouting report. If people are going to jump up on that three-point line, you have to work on that downhill game. And that's what he does to get an easy bucket.
Mark Daigneault says, pound for pound, he's as physical as any player that he has on his roster.
That's a bold statement considering some of the dudes he's got on his roster, Mike.
Another second-round pick, Richard. First couple of years for the Sixers. This is the third round. Ball back to that. Hartenstein's been around for a lot.
Hello.
Wallace goes inside, kicks it out.
Watching the game.
Fires, and it's Henrik Williams again. Some good minutes to lead right back up to 9. Conley to Reed. Nas Reed kicks it out.
Watching the, I'm watching the game.
He's doing it again.
Basketball game.
7 points in 3 minutes off the bench. Williams alley up to Hartenstein.
Oh. What you waiting on me for? God, I ain't got nothing. I'm finna have to pay my rent. Okay.
Wallace. Knocked away from behind. Alexander Walker.
I know I called police.
Started left-handed. Beautiful move from Alexander Walker off the turnover.
Well, what a group this has been for Minnesota. The pace they're playing with.
Hey, get that ball, man.
Jalen Williams pulls up, jump shot, short. Hartenstein, another rebound. And a whistle. Call for the foul. And grabbing the rebound.
Yeah, just working, getting out of transition. That's inexcusable in my opinion. That turnover, you got to get back, but with the left-hander and the little offhand finish, that's difficult.
Good left hand.
See Isaiah Hartenstein be a little bit more ambitious on the offensive end. His unwillingness to look at the basket. We know how good he is with the floater, but they're just playing him to pass. He's got the opportunity to spin and go dunk it sometimes. Like, use their thought process against him. He's doing unbelievable work on the glass. He's great defensively. I just want him to think and score a little bit more.
It's crazy. Today's NBA, so much of that is grab the offensive rebound, throw it out for an open three. Here's Edwards and harassed by Dort. DiVincenzo off the bounce. Shannon. Guarded by SGA, poked away. There was some contact there. Gildas Alexander to Lou Dort. Inside pass deflected. And DiVincenzo picks it up. 5 turnovers for OKC, 10 for Minnesota. Such tenacity on the defensive end for both teams. Gobert down low with Wallace. Smart thing committing the foul, sending Gobert to the free throw line. First foul on Cason Wallace. Gobert will go to the line. Did not have an impact in the first 2 games, but certainly did in game 3, especially that open court steal of SGA that got the crowd fired up. This will be the 5th and 6th free throws from Minnesota. OKC has taken 5 so far here in the first half. Time for an NBA 2K25 locker code. Use this code to redeem a My Team 100 OVR pack. And don't forget to download NBA 2K25 My Team on mobile to play on the go.
Mike, you playing the game? Playing at all?
Could you tell by the way I read that?
I was like, you want to throw the promo? Me and Doris, we call the games, everybody. Free promo there for NBA 2K.
Henrich moves the rebound as Rudy Gobert misses a pair of free throws. 6-point lead for OKC.
Back to the zone with Rudy to Richard's point at the high point of it.
Cason Wallace, an open 3, got it. And that's the 8th three-pointer. Both teams shooting extremely well. Thunder 57% from the field. And Minnesota 65%, but they trail by 9. Again, the turnovers. Edwards gets it. Edwards down the lane, inside, blocked, but fouled by Dort.
So DB, they messed up that zone last time. Before, that's supposed to be a wing clear. See, Rudy should step up. That should be Nickeil Alexander that's there. Rudy should be at the top like they were the first time. They're still a little confused on that zone. Sometimes new wrinkles are new wrinkles for a reason.
On June 6th,
How do I start doing what you do?
the John Wick franchise spins off.
Looks like you already have.
Rated R.
This baby hits 88 miles per hour. You're gonna see some serious.
Close to defeat, I rose to my feet.
Food's here, but your phone's there. Get up now, and your train of thought will get off track faster than a roller coaster going downhill. With 2 really big guys in the front.
It's a Mac. I can just mirror my phone from here.
Oh.
Glad we learned something.
You can do better than this. We the hungry deserve a better burger. A burger made to order and hand smashed into greatness. No longer shall we suffer the spatula of mediocrity. America, this is the burger we deserve. Today, we smash free. One nation with liberty and extra napkins for all.
I'm the guy sitting next to your girl in the kiss cam.
Man, we got these Timberwolves down, man. They down, man. OKC is not that strong. Let me know who y'all like with this OKC and Timberwolves game, man. I like Timberwolves, man. That's who I put my money on. If I was playing, I'd put it on Timberwolves. I think Timberwolves got the better team, actually, to be honest with you.
How are you going to beat me, Kayla?
But OKC trying to show, I guess they trying to show something else. But I think Timberwolves got a better team.
After a rough game 3 for the two stars, what a composed half of basketball by Jalen Williams. Look at the pace he's playing with. Pick and roll action. Julius Randle is hanging back. He's like, you're going to give me the 3, I will take it. Now you get a pick and roll a little bit higher out as that screen. You're attacking the big in space. That's tough to handle. And give me that little shimmy shake right into his sweet spot. 28 points.
Look at the difference. Again, Edwards, he's played 13 minutes. He's taken 1 shot, has 2 points, 1 assist. Certainly part of it, Richard, has to be the defense has been terrific. They want to attack him and get the ball out of his hands, but he has to be more forceful.
He's got to be a lot more forceful. Look, I don't worry about Anthony Edwards. You don't worry about a primary scorer. If he doesn't get going, because he gets to choose his pace. He can come out and shoot 20 shots in the next 3 quarters, so you don't worry about it. But there's still something about how forceful you're playing downhill.
Edwards, by the way, this is his 41st playoff game. His playoff average, and that's a huge sample. He's averaging 27.5 points per game in the playoffs. That's top 10 all time. Now he's picking up his defense, guarding SGA. His defense again, big part of that blowout victory game 3. That time, though, he picks up a foul. That's going to be his first. Crowd certainly doesn't like it. They're not in the penalty yet.
Before this series started, Chris Finch told us our best matchup is Anthony Edwards on Shea. And as that walking into his space, I love the pressure. Like, I love him setting the tone, trying to make Shea work. No call there. It's a little walk up into him. I don't love it.
She's drawing that foul.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't love it.
Gildas Alexander goes inside, trip falls down, ball not close, it's thrown the other way.
Now, I think Shea was tripped on that play. That was an actual foul, nothing there, but it looked like he was tripped, or he tripped over his own feet. We'll have to check it out on the replay.
Alexander Walker, McDaniels. Dort is attached to Edwards wherever he goes, trying to fight over the screens. Edwards gets inside, back out. Alexander Walker, another 3. Got it! Steal Alexander Walker.
Let's go. Down 4.
Got 11 points in 8 minutes off the bench.
Great job.
Get that ball back.
Alexander Walker.
Holmgren tries to answer and does. Both teams shooting the 3-ball extremely well.
Man, them niggas they ain't missing them 3s though.
Edwards slips and falls. Gobert knocked away a couple of times. Holmgren picks it up. Throws it in. Henrich Williams throws it right back away. Sloppy play. DiVincenzo takes strides inside McDaniels. Layup is good. More defensively, these 2 teams getting after each other. Minnesota's shooting 68% from the field, and they're down 5. Gildas Alexander can't get the ball. Rebound knocked loose out of bounds. And it's going to stay here. Williams and Caruso come in.
Let's watch Minnesota working on pressure. Jaden McDaniels, the little pitch. Dante sees a big attacking him on the closeout, and he goes, I'm going to go right at you. Nice little unselfish dish to your 6'10" partner.
Well, the officials just chatted, and they changed the call, so it's Minnesota ball. 5:14 remaining. Just incredible shooting from both teams, despite such physical defense. Only 13 free throws taken. McDaniels sets, fires, can't hit. Gildas Alexander wants to go 1-1, goes right at it, comes it inside, layup no good. The tip misses as well. Rebound, knocked loose, whistle, and more free throws. He only took 4 free throws in game 3.
What is that?
His 3rd and 4th tonight.
I love seeing him get downhill, and he goes to body, and then offensive rebound. He has been attacking that offensive glass. That has helped them get those second opportunities and put them in a good spot.
They're winning on the margins again because they've gotten to the offensive window. They force turnovers. Their second chance points are adding up. They're out rebounding them. So this is how OKC does it. This is their formula.
8 offensive rebounds. There you see the numbers in this series. Big free throws in his first 2 games. Goes 1 for 2 that time. Lead back up to 6. Largest lead was 9. Dave McDaniels, another aggressive offensive game. DiVincenzo open. Can't get it. And Hungry goes down a rebound. Rebounds, OKC 16-8. Randall guarding SGA. Has some room. Three-pointer is good. Jay Gilgeous-Alexander with his second three-pointer. 17 points into the first half. McDaniels against Holmgren. Pull-up jumper. Won't go. And a loose ball foul against the Thunder. Both teams in the penalty, so free throws here.
He just walks into his space. Look, if you're going to give it, and I understand why you give him the space. For me, you would want Shea to shoot threes versus getting downhill. But you still have to make him feel you. He's not feeling anything. He's just dribbling and then basically shooting a step shot. Too easy, too open.
We just picked up Gilgeous-Alexander's first foul. Gobert, who missed his first 2 free throws, will head to the line. Now they put DiVincenzo on. I don't know what Gobert was even at the line for. If anything, you try and dupe the refs and put somebody else on. DiVincenzo has had a good impact here in the first half. Wednesday night, game 5.
Chenzo be shooting that ball.
Will it be 2-2 or 3-1? Coverage is underway.
Man, these boys need to pick it up, man. Down 8. What they gonna do?
7 points.
I ain't never sold no wolf ticket with them Timberwolves. Look like they selling wolf tickets.
Best points for Minnesota here in the first half. Holmgren. Almost stolen. Williams. SGA against Rudy Gobert and draws the foul. Gobert.
What's with that?
Hands irate. And SGA calmly walks to the free throw line.
They're putting him a little bit more on the empty side. You see Rudy trying to contend with him, but his left arm is reaching in there, and as soon as Shea feels that, and there's contact on the elbow, this is why he's called the free throw merchant.
Every player in the league can do this. Now, he drives more, he doesn't more, but if you put your hand there, you try to raise your left hand to shoot a jump shot, and for me, the free throw merchant stuff, the numbers prove that it's not true. It's just a frustrating thing. I get it. But if the numbers don't prove it, then it's just your opinion. And you know what they say about opinion.
You were making the point the other night that you had seasons where you averaged 8 free throws.
Like multiple times. And so 7, 8, 9 free throws for an elite scorer, for a top 10 scorer, especially the leading scorer in the league, that's not a lot.
You averaged 8 free throws? What era was that?
Oh, and pull up the stats. NBA stats. Pull them up a couple of times, Mike.
Lead back up to 9. Conley and Randall play catch. Williams. Randall's been quiet, just 2 points. Turns up top. Edwards, shot clock winding down. He's got to get it off. Just doesn't time. Comes up short. Gobert able to get the rebound. He's mauled. And he'll go to the free throw line.
Good foul, though, Mike.
SGA took a shot trying to defend in there. And Rudy Gobert, good aggressive play on the boards.
Great pressure, though. And this is OKC's defense. Tough fadeaway contest at the last second. And you foul this guy, right? You have to make Rudy make shots. He's got the weak side. Shea is the only one over there trying to contend with him. It's the right play to foul him.
64% free throw shooter for his career. He's 2 for 6 coming into this game. 0 for 2, so 2 for 8 in the series. And the struggles continue.
So I had an opportunity to play with the late, great Dikembe Mutombo. That's who Rudy Gobert reminds me of. Wasn't a great offensive threat, but Dikembe Mutombo would anchor your defense. He would block key shots. He would hit key free throws. Yes, Rudy might not be, he's probably in the latter third of his prime, but he is so effective down there, especially when you play small.
Both of them, multiple defensive player of the year awards. 8-point game, Gilgeous-Alexander against Gobert. He likes this matchup, pulls him back out. Lou Dort. Off the bounce, back up. Now a wide open three. Conway the rebound.
Get that ball, man.
They couldn't get it to Edwards. Randall, that's his second foul on Gilgis Alexander. They're in the penalty, so Randall will shoot free throws. We'll take a timeout. 8-point game. Down the second quarter.
People always said I could light up a room, but psoriasis, so much spark. Until I got clearer skin. With Bimzelx, I can't wait to say I'm back.
Only Bimzelx targets and blocks IL-17A plus F to calm inflammation. Bimzelx can deliver transformative relief.
Most people got 100% clear skin. Some after the first dose. I'm back to shining again.
Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections and lowered ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease occur. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Give yourself a chance to say I'm back.
Ask your dermatologist about Bimzelx.
Graduates, today you enter the real world, ready for whatever lies ahead, except for the following, which you're likely to find exceedingly difficult. Going to a 9-to-5 job, doing your taxes, putting on a duvet cover, taking off a duvet cover, realizing you're never gonna go to the gym. This guy knows what I'm talking about. In summary, life is hard, but saving money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive is easy. Oh, yeah, deciding what's for dinner every night for the rest of your life.
You just got the $120 cord fit you've been seeing all over your feed for $40. Which means you also just got the $120 confidence of someone who knows what they're doing for $40.
When I switch to T-Mobile, you'll give me an iPhone 16 Pro, help pay off my old phone, and I still get to keep it?
That's right, no trade-in.
No!
Yes. It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile, get a new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. Pay off your old phone up to $800.
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles for you, right here in America. And we're committed to keeping our lineup affordable and free from new tariffs. That's why we've lowered MSRP on our best-selling Rogue and Pathfinder. So you can get the car you want, at the price you want, knowing Nissan is here for you.
Get a low $299 per month lease on Rogue, or get 0% APR for 60 months on Pathfinder.
Own a design studio. With a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Realize you got this. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Get live expert assistance to maximize your tax savings. Get back to doing what you love. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks. Your way to money.
There's something else on their island. Let's put an end to this. All right, bud, come on. Did you get her?
How to Train Your Dragon. Get tickets now.
Let's take a look at tonight's Star Watch, brought to you by Macy's. Richard.
Watch this OKC defense. They always keep a body on it. Look, just pressure. He's having to navigate. Watch this. He's getting pressure from in front, from behind, from the side. He has nowhere to go. Because of the watch New York. Touches his body, he gets back to his body. As soon as he moves, he gets back to the body. Same with Alex Caruso. All defensive players. They are touching his body and making him feel it. That's what you talk about with force. Playing with force.
2 field goal attempts in 17 minutes. And again, this is why OKC is such a great defensive team. They have so many different players they can send out. And Dort has been magnificent. Again, Oklahoma City in the penalty, so Randall still alive. Randall just 2 points, 3 assists early on. They're now 8 of 13 from the free throw line. Randall, great game 1. Big struggle in game 2. Excellent bounce back in game 3. So far, struggle here in game 4. Cuts the deficit to 7. Under 3 to play. Gilgis Alexander already 19 points. Jalen Williams back out. The floater's up, shot no good. Rebound, taken by Randall. Good tough rebound in traffic. Randall goes at Dort. Look at Dort. Randall, tough shot, won't go. Holmgren tips it. Edwards right there. Extra effort, kicks it out in the corner. Conley up top. Big McDaniels, three-pointer too strong, comes right back to him. Takes it in. Awkward shot. Rebound, Randall, foul. Second and third opportunities and more free throws for Minnesota.
When they worked so hard defensively, they just simply couldn't finish the possession with a rebound. Watch the scramble to all of these three-point shooters. But Chet goes through, right? You got to turn and box out. You can't give one effort on a three-point shot. You got to get right back in the play.
Again, the overall shooting numbers, they dipped a little bit last couple of minutes. Minnesota shooting 50%.
Hello.
We've got halftime presented by Hyundai.
Watching the game, come on.
There they are. Here in the building once again, getting ready to go. The calm before the storm.
Yeah, big perk to plug. You got the turtleneck on. Big perk.
They are.
Randall rattles that second one.
Look like a league of distinguished gentlemen and one lady.
Yes. Hey, this is a big 2 minutes to finish the half. This is a huge 2 minutes for both teams.
And Gilgeous Alexander gets to the rim. Just a slight hesitation, the burst of speed. He's got 21 points in the first half.
Great execution.
Nah, I had to. If I wind up helping my dad, I ain't getting
Vacating
over
of the
here.
paint opens the drive.
Wallace up into
All right.
Edwards. The latest defender on him. Edwards finds Conley. Shot clock at 7. Mike Conley using Rudy Gobert. Now he sneaks into the paint. Plays it up. Shot no good. Randall rebound. Lost it. 24-second violation. Turnover number 11.
Let's watch Shea work. So you see, Chet's at the screen, but he vacates immediately. Alex stays on the far side. There's a lot of space, and you see the late rotation over. Everybody's reacting slowly over there, Rich.
Yeah, and for me, when you look at it, that slip out, Jay McDaniels thinking there's going to be a screen, so he looks to the left, there's no screen, and it's just a wide open gap.
Holmgren tries a three-pointer.
Yeah, that's me.
Finds Nas Reed. Doesn't leave much room or time. We ball up. Up on a minute remaining. First half. Getting a lead.
Yeah, that's me.
SGA with McDaniels in front of him. Randall helps out. Shot clock at 5. Wallace left-handed off the glass. Can he get it? And a whistle and foul.
Is that him? Yeah, that's me.
Seconds remaining. So free throws for OKC.
So we talk about it being a big 2 minutes. Right now, you got a layup versus you got a layup. Then you get checked in here foul. You got a 24-second violation for Minnesota. So when you start looking at those final 5 possessions going in the end of quarter, end of pass, this is when you're talking about a big. There's a lot of momentum that can be won or lost in the final 2 minutes.
Think about what happened last night. Jalen Brunson talked about trouble night, and all of a sudden that sprint to the finish changed the complexion for New York in the second half.
We talk about it all the time. Closing quarters, closing quarters. OKC's missed 4 free throws. Minnesota 5. 8-point game. Nice lead. Reflect that 10 to shoot. Edwards will go take it out. Edwards has played 19 minutes. 1 for 2 from the field. Shot clock at 7. Into the hands of Edwards. Now drives, gets in the paint. Pass inside. Randall blocked by Holmgren. Randall's second effort. No, they're going to wave it off. A jump ball. Chet Holmgren with a fabulous defensive play. The Minnesota negative.
Okay, watch this late drop off by Anthony Edwards. And that's just a clean block there. That's the right call, the jump ball.
No foul here. That's a foul to me. Anthony Edwards, that's a foul.
And they'll jump. If Minnesota wins the tip, they have 2.7 to shoot. Reynolds from Minnehaha Academy. A great high school player. Played a bunch of huge high school games in this arena. Won 4 state titles. Reynolds stripped. About a 2.5-second different shot clock and game clock. Both teams have been in the penalty for a while. Alexander Caruso sets the screen, has some room. Jason Wallace, corner 3. Rebound, SGA. Final seconds, puts up the shot. Banker won't go. The tip misses. Randall the rebound. And that will end a physical first half. Anthony Edwards, just 4 points. 1 of 2 from the field. Julius Randle, just 5 points. Meanwhile, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, 21. And then Jalen Williams with 15. OKC lost by 42 in Game 3. A terrific bounce back. Halftime of Game 4. An 8-point lead for the Thunder on the road.
Game 4 of the NBA Western Conference Finals is brought to you by Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four First Steps. Only in theaters July 25th. Don't miss the 4th quarter for an exclusive look at the film.
Would you rather spend your summer like this?
Hey, Jim, how's your back?
You know.
I hear ya.
Or like this?
Who's everybody welcome? Allow me to adjust your gravity. Gravity off.
From Disney and Pixar, kick off your summer with
Elio.
You're more puny than I expected.
Y'all get down, though. Hey, it's just 3 of y'all. It's just 3 of y'all, really. You know I couldn't beat all 3 of y'all, bro. I'm gonna come back, though. I'm gonna come back. Stay right there.
Bang for your bucket at KFC.
We've got 10 squads active in the field.
Fried chicken or 8 tenders for just $10.
I just told y'all I'm coming back. Hey, Bo, don't go down there, bro. They hold their hand.
Using a blue LED light with no odor and no mess.
We're getting another job. Weapon 3.
People friendly?
You have reinforcements inbound.
Shut up. Shut up. I walk right up on you, tell my he on the ship. Shut up.
What women the same outfits then? They got on the same outfits. Coming for the fans.
Hostile UAV in the area. Be advised. Do that squad mate now.
Hey, shut up. Wait.
I got him.
Time for the AT&T Connected
Morris. Watch the room. Shea's going to get on this 3. Rudy is hanging back a little bit, trying to prevent the drive. Shea says, I am very willing tonight to take 3. Now you slip that screen of your chip, you open the seas for the best driver in the league.
It means remember death. Remember
one here in Minneapolis as we take a look at our halftime highlights brought to you by Hyundai. And look, it really is amazing that the Wolves are in this game as much as they are, considering the boxing one that the Thunder winning basically out the gate, giving Anthony Edwards all sorts of trouble.
I just think tremendous one-on-one defense. Look, active hands, swarming him. Luke goes back to the screens, getting physical, forcing him to pass the damn ball. Hey, listen, pay him a man. He can smell my cologne right now. That's how he's one-on-one defense. Don't give me that thing. You can sit up there and say whatever you want. I'm saying I don't care. There is no excuse for somebody to tell them Anthony Edwards to attempt 2 shots in 20 minutes. There's no excuse. That's the conference final. 2-shot attempt. Come on now. I understand Oklahoma City defense is elite, but 2 shots attempt. Him and Julius Randle getting outscored 36-9 by Daniel Williams and SGA. We understand that part, but 2 attempts? You've got to do better than that if you're Anthony Edwards.
Well, that was our electric moment brought to you by Hyundai, but I think the defense that you showed while we were under that goal was really hard to see that again.
Oh, my goodness. You see, you shot. No.
Not just what they're doing to Anthony Edwards, it's also the extra possessions that the Thunder are creating to allow themselves to get separation.
So they can call turnovers, you know, and they can't get this team turnovers, although they're the best in the league at generating them. And then all the offensive rebounds, all their second chance points, this Thunder team is good. Minnesota is shooting 44% from 3, which is very good. They're down 8. That's a problem. Too many, you can't give this Oklahoma City team extra possessions, and they're doing it here in the first half.
11 offensive rebounds for the Oklahoma City Thunder in the first half. That's egregious on the part of the Minnesota.
Again, one of the greatest defensive teams that we've witnessed in NBA history. It's the reason you're able to go small with 10 home men at the 5. You have Alex Caruso, Luke Gordon, Mason Wallace, all these damn dogs on the perimeter.
Then I never want to hear you complain again about shot attempts. Don't anybody. I want to hear you anymore. You got to get there.
Is there any glass half full that you can take if you are the Minnesota Timberwolves? With Anthony Edwards not really having gotten going yet, but you know who has? Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, Jalen Williams, scored or assisted on 51 points in the first half here for the Thunder.
This halftime is presented by the all-new, all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 9.
It won't take you to space. It brings space to you. Introducing the 3-row, all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 9.
What up, still?
Class-leading interior space.
I ain't gotta get no load out. I just gotta get to that building.
I shop online and got pre-qualified for this SUV, and now I want to take a quick test drive.
And we have it in red. Lobsters only turn red when you boil them.
Time's up. Enemies erase the intel. Secure the supply boxes. Locations are marked on the tag map.
It's big, it's back, and it's only $6. Get the big box y'all love today.
Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close.
Little things that add up to something big through the power of Dell AI with Intel Inside.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Delivering wins that
Enemy
change the
UAV
game
is
for
online.
everyone.
Enemy advanced UAV is active.
We just got a good last game. Last game. I'm talking about right now.
Always want to power. Get a gift together. That's the act.
The new star of the season. What's your vacation today?
Oh, that's Drake Martin. Here we go. I got him, Mo.
The
That's it. That's right. Nigga saying we're gonna fucking kill niggas.
Nah, it wasn't it. No. Hey, let us know, but I was reviving you. By the time I revive you, it's already here.
Stephen A. We're showing Anthony Edwards only made field goal in the first half. How does he get loose in the second?
Be aggressive. You're Ant-Man. Go through the league. Pull up for three. Damn it, call a coach for help. Do something. Just shoot. One highlight. That's one field goal. Not enough.
This halftime is presented by the all-new, all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 9.
What's going on? What y'all doing?
On a warm day, you want two things. A refreshing drink made with real fruit juice like Simply Spiked Lemonade, and a way to get cool. You can leave it open. Simply Spiked, made with real fruit juice.
New McCrispy strips are made for dipping.
Sorry.
Which means more double dipping apologists.
So sorry. Do you want it?
Now at McDonald's.
Yo, man. Yo.
Damn, boy. Damn, man, take a bug in your G?
Man, no, it's goofy. No white, man. Dumbass.
Oh, okay.
I love that fucking man's game, bro.
Sneak inside. Give out Pepsi.
Then I tried to switch over. I didn't want to tell him lobby. I tried to switch over that shit. Wouldn't even let me switch the fuck over.
When I switch to T-Mobile, you'll give me the iPhone 16 Pro. Help me out with my old phone.
Alright, so look, everybody hit me. You hit me, bro?
Yeah, I hit you, bro.
Elharpo.
I hear you.
Thirsty for an ultra?
Don't forget, there's always get this shit. Now we're finna get a fucking dub. Watch what I tell y'all. And y'all know I ain't
You
gonna
know you just got a dub last year.
You can easily taste anything on this other 6 hours. You know, I always thought this was quality.
Why do it say all y'all say on top of it? I'm not understanding.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, it is saying like it's 30 people talking on channel, right? So,
I swear to God, my mom gave us a motherfucker in there.
it's crazy.
Which means you also just got to
That's probably the motherfucker watching. I was just going to get a load out.
Three for me.
Get to it. Let's get to it.
All new Big QB for just $10.99.
Straight to
That's
control.
85% more beef than some quarter-pound burger. Yeah.
Taking the good thing.
This is how you value me. This kills the
People who want to press all right here, y'all want straight. Ain't nobody land over here. They knew what the fuck was. I'm going up to prison. I'm on it.
Hit
over here.
that nigga. I ain't got nothing but a 9.
Keep going. Two boys to the right. That's the one.
On his ass, bro.
Hey, go grab that bag. I had 8,000 on me. Go grab that bag.
So what are you working on? We've got 24 hours to get all of this. Manny, come on,
There's a whole table.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Johnny Rule in Spain.
Talking about how great Game 4 was, Kings and Game. Is that all you remember from the journey? I don't like missing games. It's like fired up. We're going to start
Western Conference Finals presented by AT&T. Game 4 about to start the third quarter. The Thunder so far good bounce back. They lead by 8. As we look at our first half stats brought to you by PayPal.
Man, going on. Ain't that cool?
The torture chamber in Oklahoma City. He was attached to Anthony Edwards. Physically, and then it's not him. It's Alex Caruso. The level of physicality by Oklahoma City was impressive.
Edwards has to be more aggressive. I was less worried about his first quarter, but now the first half is starting to accumulate. Him and Randall just can't see any space. Randall trying to post that down. He's got no angles to go to. It's just so difficult for them to work.
A game ago and just 6 field goal attempts. That's the level of intention that Oklahoma City played.
Damn, they put a receiver right here on you. They right here. Damn. Don't die first. I'll eat those feet up.
They're doing everything, sending defenders out of the
kill myself. No.
Forcing it, but at the same time,
that's okay.
you have to be aggressive. Defense on this planet, they have to have
hesitation. How aggressive he's going to be. When you get to a great player, it's the determination in these moments.
I also think they could probably screen better for Anthony Edwards here in the second half. But think about this. You had 13 turnovers. You allowed 11 offensive rebounds, and you only got that from Julius and Anthony Edwards, and you're down 8.
They're in a good spot, DB. They're in a good spot, but they've got to answer that call. Because one big Oklahoma push, which we have seen, all of a sudden that 8 looks 15.
Well, they also have to come down on turnovers. 13 Minnesota turnovers. OKC took 12 more shots. Caruso, as we've seen before in the playoffs, getting the second half start. Williams and Randall. Randall working hard defensively. Caruso, the three-pointer's good. Alex Caruso knocks that one down. His first field goal, his first points, and this is the largest lead of the game. Randall in the corner, Mike Conley. And we're going to post up instead. Goes right back up to Conley. Shot clock at 5. Conley gets into the paint. That right-handed shot short. Tipped by Gobert. No good. Second one is. As we send to the Lisa's office.
Hey, Mike, Chris Finch just said, look, we're losing the possession battle. He said our offense wasn't good in the first half. He mentioned the 13 turnovers that you just talked about, Mike, and the 11 offensive rebounds. He said that just adds up to more shots at the basket for them. I asked him how to get Anthony Edwards going. He said he's got to get himself going, get to the bottom of the floor so we can set screens for him. He said they're denying him at the top of the floor and he's just playing behind. He's got to get ahead of the play. Mike?
Thank you, Lisa. Well, everybody talking about that. Anthony Edwards just 2 shots so far in this game. Another offensive rebound. That's 13 offensive rebounds for OKC. Jalen Williams drives inside. Layup won't go.
Hello.
Edwards slices inside. Layup is good. There's the attack you're talking about, Richard. There's nothing that you really can do to stop Anthony Edwards.
I ain't doing nothing. I'm watching the basketball game.
Find those gaps and those holes quicker and not play with it.
OKC and Minnesota Timberwolves. I need Timberwolves to win.
Has a clean look. This three-pointer misses. Oklahoma City 11 of 20.
What y'all watch?
That's 42%. Edwards again.
What y'all watch?
Goes inside, kicks it out. Conley. And Conley
Okay.
makes the play. Quick timeout from the Thunder. The lead cut to 4.
So it's not just downhill to score, it's downhill to make the right
She told myself, alright, okay, I'm
because
gonna
once
fix this
Anthony
shit.
Edwards touches the paint, options will open up. It is
I'm
going
gonna
to be
fix this shit for you. She,
the left-hand delivery to the left-hand finisher.
fucking this shit up.
Previous possession. Splits the double team. No shot blocker. And just
Doritos and we had some hot fries.
At my last job, I was working across several different groups. Let me practice that one again.
When you're ready, tell me about the job that taught you the most.
Okay. It was a role where I worked long hours with a small team. I did a lot of multitasking. Negotiate one more.
This job description you shared also mentions collaboration.
Right. I'm at my best when collaborating. I don't always have all the answers. But I get the job done, no matter how long it takes.
my dad got the car. Well, he gonna use the black car, so I might have to drive my car. The red car messed up. Hopefully he be able to fix it tomorrow before I get off.
Hey James, thanks for joining us. It's good to see you all.
Captain America: Brave New World is streaming on Disney Plus May 28th. Wait for it.
Yeah, you got the right part. It's just the part I put on. We put it on, but it's another part that like turn and move this rope that keep the engine from running hot. Yeah, and it ain't moving. So
vehicles in the country. Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. And now, at this unprecedented moment in automotive history, who benefits from Ford's commitment to America for over 120 years? You. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay.
Yep.
At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grill and made your way. Experience the flame grill difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
Like ants, the people of the city scurried. Above them all, a dame, a bull. Oh, Helen, you're narrating again. You stupid sausage. What love a sausage? Feeling peckish, Helen ordered her morning groceries. Oh, goodness, not this. She narrated. Oh, sod it. Helen wondered what her neighbor looked like naked. Excuse me? Was that out loud? Helen picked up her groceries and wanted to die.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Game 4 of the NHL Western Conference Final from Edmonton tomorrow night right here on ESPN. Comes begins at 7:30 Eastern with the point. Oilers lead the Stars 2-1. Our guy Sean McDonough and Ray Ferraro with a terrific call. Look forward to that. While here in third quarter, Western Conference Finals, a 4-point game. Randall with the steal. 3-on-1. Conley back. Redmond's lost the ball. And then Dort trips up Conley inadvertently. That's going to be 4 fouls on Lou Dort.
Live ball turnovers. Those at the top of the floor. Inevitably, bad things happen if you're the defensive team now trying to defend a live ball. Dort frustrated because the ball was loose, but as he goes to dive on it, he's going to make contact with Mike Conley's legs. That's huge. Out goes Dort, out goes Holmgren.
Dort initially made a great play on a 3-on-1. Well, he'll sit down now. Conley, Rudy Gobert off the dribble. Oh, he throws it down! What a flush from Rudy Gobert, and it's a 2-point game. Joseph Alexander comes right back off the glass. 23 points for SGA. Gobert got the crowd fired up with that. Conley finds some room. Can't connect. Rebound Hartenstein. Rebounding numbers very close. +2 right now for OKC. Joseph Alexander can't hit. Conley the rebound. Conley navigating. Randall. Edwards wide open 3-pointer. Edwards now 2 of 4 from the field. SGA kicks it out. Jalen Williams. And an excellent first half. The floater misses. Edwards just aggressive everywhere more here to start the third. Gets into the paint. Hartenstein has it. Ball loose. Picked up by Wallace.
That is great anticipation by Hartenstein defensively.
Edwards, it's almost like he placed the ball in his stomach. Just over 4 minutes gone by here in the third. Gilgeous Alexander falling away. Rebound Wallace, another offensive board. Jalen Williams puts in a three. 18 for Williams.
Rudy's frustrated a little bit right there. He's like, I'm out here guarding Shea Gilgeous-Alexander in space. I'm navigating, making this. Somebody's got to come clean up that glass.
Now 14 offensive rebounds for the Thunder. Mike Conley continues along, finds Edwards. Edwards on the drive, lost the handle. Caruso throws it ahead, 2-on-1. Wallace, Williams, back to Wallace, lefty layup. Blocked by McDaniels. Tried to save it, but couldn't. Another sensational defensive play.
Holy smokes. What great second effort to react off that behind the back pass, and he just can't get the possession.
That is so difficult. It's that length. That's why J-Dub wanted to make the pass. He knew he couldn't go straight up because that was going to get blocked. But that's how good McDaniels is. Not only can he contest one, he can get up and block another. And then this is the effort, trying to get that loose ball to get another possession, even though it doesn't work out.
They were just arguing about whether or not they should reset the shot clock to 24. Initially it was at 16, but now they reset it after Minnesota had possession. SGA looking now with Gobert. Steps back. Conley puts up the three. Rebound. And a whistle foul against Minnesota. Hartenstein creating problems for the Timberwolves.
Again, look, great bigs do their work before the shot goes up. He's in that position. McDaniels knows he's in a tough spot, holds him, but that's where Hartenstein, they've been crushing them on the glass.
Second foul, McDaniels. He goes right back up on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass deflected. Wallace has it. Shot clock at 6. Mason Wallace, jumper in the paint. That's good.
Wow, they were trying to set a flare. Ball doesn't get where it needs to be. Mason Wallace calmly goes and collects it and makes a play.
Edwards spins. Fires away, jumper. In and out, won't go. Rebound, Gobert. Gobert puts it on the floor, and it's fouled. Jalen Williams wants him to challenge it. Mark checking behind his bench.
It's so funny, I've seen.
Oh, it's a ball.
Well, that's what he asked for the review.
I think
that's the right call. He should have reviewed it. That would have been a.
I think Cason Wallace might have been looking at his left elbow. Like Cason, I think, waved him off.
Well, they called the foul, Williams. It's only his second, and Gobert going to the free throw line usually is not a bad thing for the opponent, although he knocks that one down.
You think he heard you, Mike?
I'm fairly confident he did not. And I'm also fairly confident he could care less what I say. Well, he's had a good solid game as Randall sits down. Randall trying to get going, just 5 points on 1 of 4 from the field. Touche, says Rudy Gobert. 7-point game. As Gilgeous-Alexander will bring it up. Williams using the screen. Spins. Layup. Back shot is good. Alexander Walker played him well, but Williams just better. He's got 20. Alexander Walker sparked off the bench in the first half. Three-pointer here. It's good. He's 4 for 4 from downtown. 13 points in 11 minutes. Jalen Williams drives inside, layup, can't get him to fall. Now it's Reed, fancy move. McDaniels inside, Gobert, layup, it is good.
That's back-to-back possessions for Rudy Gobert. He flipped the screen a couple of times to get his teammate the three, and then right in the right place offensively.
Gobert's got 8 points already here in the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against McDaniels. Isaiah Joe the fake. Drives, floaters up, shot no good. Hartenstein, another offensive rebound. Williams kicks it out. Good recovery there from Nas Reed. Boy, the defensive hustle, impressive. Shot clock at 3. Knocked out of bounds. Great hands from Edwards to force the turnover. The crowd fired up right now. DiVincenzo will check in. 5:15 left here in the third. Caruso did not get there in time to come back in. Alexander Walker has been a terrific bench player all season long. They get back here in game 4. DiVincenzo, plenty of time. Hits a three. A 1-point game.
Dante DiVincenzo hit 283 threes last year for the Knicks, but he was playing 40 minutes a night, every single night. That is a different rhythm when you got to be more efficient with just 25 minutes.
There's Alexander over Edwards, gets it to go. Edwards was right on top of him. Minnesota has 2 bench players in double figures. They only have 2 starters in double figures. DiVincenzo tries again. Puts it in! Tie game!
I just mentioned it. He was on fire last year with the Knicks. One of the best three-point shooters in the league. Here you got to be more efficient. You got less minutes. But Dante DiVincenzo is starting to get hot. That's going to open up things for his teammates. And what a good screen by Nickeil Alexander-Walker to give him another half a second.
The NBA Western Conference Finals, presented by AT&T, are brought to you by Google, proud sponsor of the NBA, Burger King, and BK, have it your way. You rule. And Ford.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like getting Bateman when you need the protection of Batman.
Easy, Bait won't be a lot too fast, baby.
Any last words?
Just one. So long, dermatologist.
That's why you need a real
Oh, please, go on, Bateman. Do a podcast or something. That's hurtful.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Checking in. When you think of me again and again and again.
Shall we? Ballerina, rated R.
Welcome to Visible, the ultimate wireless hack. It's one line, powered with unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network for just $25 a month. Stream, scroll, browse, and connect with great coverage, plus unlimited hotspot included. That's a top-tier network at a budget-friendly cost. But you already knew all that, didn't you? Visible. Live in the know.
24-hour moisturizing body wash that locks in 7 times moisturization.
And about half the ingredients of my old body wash.
Clean moisturizing body wash isn't a myth.
Jack Links presents the greatest duo. There's nothing like a great duo. 2 flavors, 1 bag. New Jack Links Duos.
So what are you working on?
Something for the Garcias. Right there's great.
Look, honey. We've got 24 hours to get all of this under control. Then you're gonna need these today.
Oh, we can deliver
24. Game 2 by 26. Game 3, they were down by 45. That hasn't been a lot of close games in this series. And the Gilgis Alexander falls short. Holmgren grabs it. Holmgren off the bounce. Finds Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Caruso, hard drive inside. Stumbles. Still Thunderball. 4.5 to shoot.
But Nickeil Alexander-Walker doing more than just making shots. Excellent discipline. Not to foul on the Shea. And then just trying to prevent the drive. He is doing things on both ends for this group.
He has become such a reliable defender here in Minnesota for the first bench. Wallace cuts the return, shoots, jumpers, good. Tough shot from Cason Wallace. That's his 3rd field goal. Alexander walk up to Naz Reid. See how far Caruso goes out to guard him. DiVincenzo off the bounce. DiVincenzo drives, stripped ball, tips it back out to Reid. He's got time to shoot it. 1 second on the clock. DiVincenzo. Nope, didn't get it off in time.
That shot clock violation started before that ball came across half court. You talked about the pickup points. It wasn't just that first pickup point. Everybody for OKC was well above the 3-point line, and it was just intense defense the entire possession.
You see the turnovers, and they're only down 2. Gilgis Alexander to Caruso. Alexander Walker guarding Gilgis Alexander on the drive, gets inside, kicks it out corner. Caruso 3-pointer, got it! As the shot clock was expiring. Both teams shooting really well from 3-point range. Thunder back up 5. Edwards goes back door, goes inside, kicks it out. DiVincenzo up to Reid. Alexander Walker a 3. Ball knocked loose, picked up by Reid. DiVincenzo to Gobert down low, stripped and stolen by Wallace. 21-year-old Cason Wallace playing the big games of his life and fighting. See Edwards denying SGA. Good ball denial. Now SGA gets it 4 on 24. Puts up the 3. Does not get the bounce. And Naz Reid for the rebound. Timeout, Chris Finch. 5-point game here in the 3rd quarter. 13-12 remaining. Just back a short. Let's go! Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy out, just so back.
It's big, it's back, and it's only $6. Get the big box y'all love today.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. It doesn't just have great bones. It was the backbone of your community. So you breathe in new life, grinding away to make space for tomorrow, for your people. This isn't just a restoration. It's a revival. Because you're always willing to double down on your neighborhood. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Take a look who's enjoying the limelight. Brought to you by Corona Extra. Doris?
Rudy Gobert is doing all the things that have made him an excellent player. Trying to be a force on the offensive window. He's been an outstanding screener. So you don't get him free on the first one, so you reset it. And I don't know much about history, but I know the French and German don't like one another. And Rudy says, bonjour, Mr. Hartenstein. Have a little bit of that left-handed dunk.
What are you trying to start here? And you see the impact he's had. Had an impact in Game 3. He got not big statistical impact. Well, a big part of what was a sensational defensive effort and a travel call on Alexander Walker. That's turnover number 19. The fact that they've turned it over 19 times already and only trail by 5.
But it's just, watch the pressure. Just the pressure from Caruso, that makes the handoff not easy. It makes it a little bit more difficult.
Holmgren against Naz Reid. Spins, goes inside. Chet Holmgren with the stuff, and it's back up to 7. How about that for a man his size, a spin move like that? Alexander Walker to spin. Another spin. Left-handed. Oh, sweet move from Nickeil Alexander Walker.
He has been absolutely brilliant all night.
6 of 8 from the field. 16 points in 16 minutes. SGA from mid-range again. He's got 27.
We saw the impact. Second quarter, end of second quarter to start the third. This last minute and a half. Who is going to make the run?
Edwards, DiVincenzo, back to Edwards, inside, lays it up and in, high in the air. Just his 3rd field goal tonight. Gildas Alexander, offensive foul. His 3rd foul.
And there's one person that knows his moves, it would be Nickeil, and we talk about being aggressive downhill. This is Anthony Edwards. I thought he was going to finish it with a flush, but it's just the aggressiveness that we've seen in this 3rd quarter.
But he was below the free throw line, gave it up for a moment, gets it back, and attacks on the 2nd time.
Randall to Edwards. Final minute here in the 3rd. Edwards trying to find some room, double team, and a foul. OKC, that's their 3rd team foul. First in the last 2 minutes. Or is that the 2nd? Yep. Well, I guess they call it the act of shooting. Yep, they call it a shooting foul.
Well, he gathered it, and then, that's that long, I'm going to put my arms out, gather the ball, and that's where the foul occurs. So watch here. Right here's the gather. So he's gathered going up. At this point in time, the referees can't decide, was he going to pass it out or was he going to go up? Once you gather that ball in that space, that's an attempt.
You see that? That looks like the right call.
No doubt. Presenting of the ball to the defender, like, go ahead and try to strip this, because you're going to come across my arms.
It's the 2nd free throw, 3-point game. In 31 minutes, he's 3 of 6 from the field, 10 points, 4 assists. Now guarding Jalen Williams. Finds Casey Wallace, stops, fires, 3-pointer, missed it. Edwards goes high for the rebound. Edwards looking, drives inside, kicks it back out to Randall. Randall with 3. Williams lost it, but right to SGA. Shot clock turned on. They do have a foul to give. 5 seconds. Gildas Alexander, hesitation, pulls up, bank shot is good. Beautiful move from SGA. 1.1 remaining. Edwards just speeds it down. And that will end the 3rd quarter.
You want to talk about skill work? Watch this hesitation. I'm going to look up, show him the ball, get him moving a little bit, and then just hang in the air just a little bit to tap it off the glass.
Imagine if there's an ESPN Sportsbook app that linked to the ESPN app so you could track stats while you check stats. Go from streaming to betting in a couple taps. Personalized offers based on your fantasy team.
You're literally describing ESPN Bet, which exists.
Be a total game changer. It's one of my best ideas.
ESPN Bet, the official sportsbook of ESPN. Sign up today and receive $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 bet.
This may look like a walk in the park, but because of my dad's PTSD, he couldn't leave our house before he was killed. Thank you, Dog Chow, for helping more veterans like my dad get a life-changing PTSD service dog.
Dunkin's $6 meal deal is back. You get a medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty hash browns. It's the biggest deal on breakfast, Dunkin's $6 meal deal.
starts in darkness. And then suddenly, out of the darkness, energy. Things green, milk fall, shots pulled, espresso shaking and shaking and shaking and shaking and shaking 10 times, no more, no less. This is the story of coffee and company. The Starbucks you love is ready. Hello again. But the team is ready to conquer. The brand is stable. Immortality waits. An unforgettable journey is nearing its finale. The NBA Finals begin June 5th on ABC.
Well, let's take a look at tonight's Power Forward brought to you by Nissan. The two cousins from Toronto grew up together, spent so much time, as they talk about all the time. They've shared their life together and now battling in the Western Conference Finals. And both of them right now leading their team in scoring here in Game 4.
This ship collected 5 different life forms from the darkest corners of the universe. Each one a unique, deadly species. Monsters. FX's Alien Earth premieres August 12th on FX and Hulu.
This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've heard of this.
Man, we need the Timberwolves to pull this off, man, so it be 2-2. They go back to OKC. We might be all right, man.
Welcome back to the Western Conference Finals presented by AT&T. Chris, you said that you thought that Anthony Edwards needed to get himself going in the second half. What did you think of his third quarter?
Yeah, it was much more aggressive trying to get downhill when he had the ball. I mean, he did a better job of freeing him up too on some screens.
SGA, 29 points in the game. What do you have to do defensively in this fourth quarter to keep him from leaving you?
Yeah, we just got to finish off with a little better Quintess. He's finding some angles to get some clean looks at the end of his drives.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, Lisa. Good start there for Minnesota. Naz Reid now 7 points off the bench. 43 bench points for Minnesota here in Game 4. Shannon back in to start the fourth. Williams to Holmgren. Mason Wallace chased off the line. Henrich Williams with 5 to shoot. Knocked away, picked up by Wallace. Back to Williams. Lines up the 3, way short. Fight for the rebound. Williams comes away and bangs it in. The Holmgren-Shannon collision knocked the ball loose. That's 17 offensive rebounds now for OKC. Alexander Walker tried that left-handed one again. Randall the rebound. Surrounded, finds Shannon. Layup is no good, but a foul.
Boy, they did everything right on the defensive end of the floor. As Mike said, it's this little contact between the two guys, and Williams makes that left hand.
And then Terrence Shannon Jr. I love the young player knowing when to cut. Sometimes young players can get on the court and it looks like things are moving really fast, but sometimes you get guys that has a few years of experience in college, knows when to cut, knows when to make the right play. And it's the first upcoming conference finals, TNT tomorrow night. Game 4 from Indianapolis. Pacers home the Knicks. Who's the Knicks, that is? ESPN Wednesday. We'll be back in Oklahoma City. Tip off shortly after 8:30 Eastern. Shannon. First playoff run, the rookie, such a good scorer in Illinois. Not afraid of the moment. 9 points in 6 minutes off the bench. Taylor Williams kicks it out. Holmgren lines it up. Nails a 3. Chet Holmgren, his second three-pointer.
Boy, he and SGA tonight, there is zero hesitation shooting the 3. And neither in this series has shot that well.
Oh, Alexander Walker. 4 dazzle.
Good play, man. Good play, boy.
18 points.
Down by 4, man.
From the field.
Come on, Minnesota.
Williams the drive, back shot, no good for the foul. And Jalen Williams will shoot his first free throws of the night.
It's the pace in which Oklahoma City is playing at. But right now, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, that ball was on his hip, almost lost it, and then able to figure it out. But what I love, like George said, Chet is shooting it without hesitation, not catching it looking. If I have an opening, I'm going to step into it with confidence, knocks it down.
Holmgren, 2 for 3. Jalen Williams, 4 for 6. And Shea, 2 for 7. Like, 3 guys. Chet shot it well, but Jalen and Shea
They garbage though.
have not shot the 3 well. I like their aggression and confidence.
Overall, they haven't shot the 3-ball well as a team on the road. As Williams now with 23 points. Williams, of course, got the trifecta this year. His first All-Star, his first All-NBA, made 13, and his first NBA All-Defense, made the second team. Lead back up to 6. Reed, Alexander-Walker, Shannon, DiVincenzo, and Randall out there. Edwards on the bench right now. DiVincenzo fires away. Back on go. Fight for rebound. Naz Reed. Reed making a lot of hustle plays here in the second half. Alexander-Walker.
Let go.
And it's back to 3.
Alexander-Walker.
Taylor Warner pulls up. Jumper smooth.
I don't know who's going to win this game, but whoever comes out, this is a character win for both teams. Whoever can pull this off. The way the game is playing out right now, both teams are within reach.
Shannon back in the corner. Alexander-Walker steps back another 3. Oh, good play there from Caruso to deflect it away from Randall.
But Shannon, great read. There's one man that's scorching hot. Get the ball back to him.
Randall Words bouncing against Naz Reed. Shake and bake, 3-pointer. Hunger chips it out. Ball knocked loose. And Reed arrows into Wallace and picks up the personal foul. In his second.
Like you were talking about the hustle plays he's made. He's just trying to get a track on a loose basketball.
Again, Williams, this is so smooth. This is such a difficult shot. You know, we talk about Shea doing it often. Anthony Edwards has some pull-up game. But really, J-Dub, when he gets in there, that little pullback, difficult to stop.
Anthony Edwards back in. Holmgren.
Travel.
Lost the ball. Picked up by DiVincenzo to Edwards. Edwards to the rim. Rebound. Second efforts.
Defense, get that ball back.
Williams to the rim. Short. But Holmgren right there on the foul. DiVincenzo, his best game of the series by far. Working against Holmgren on the drive. Picks it out in the corner. Randall steps, fires, 3-pointer, missed it. Rebound right back to Randall inside. Missed it again and a foul. Second foul on Chet Holmgren. Randall to the free throw line.
Let's watch Chet Holmgren, who is lean in the frame, but competitively tough of mind. Good hard drive, contested the rim by 2 guys, and Chet's just tracking the guy.
And Mark Degno is going to challenge this call. Feels Holmgren went straight up. An interesting decision from the officials.
The NBA Western Conference Finals.
Man, this there, man.
By Miller Lite, with great taste and only 96 calories. It's Miller Time. And Google, proud sponsor of the NBA.
At AT&T, we confidently guarantee our network.
Oh, no.
What we can't guarantee, you and your teammates being too connected.
What up, Chad?
Double or no.
I texted you guys. I got stretched first this morning. I thought you said you were.
A connection means something. That's why with AT&T, we'll proactively make it right with a credit for a full day of service if there is a network interruption. That's the AT&T guarantee.
Hey, your school
score is higher than a giraffe on a pogo stick.
That's because I bank fee-free through Chime. Plus, I build credit through everyday purchases.
That's a big perk.
Hey, perk. Fee-free banking and early access to your pay is like being at Granny's house on a Sunday.
Everybody eats.
All right. You know, that's good enough.
All right, everybody listen up. We starting our own league.
This is how we do it. Welcome to the 1995 Social Awards.
I'm calling the shots now. War was growing. I'm the face of this organization. You always gonna be in my shadow.
Oh my God.
No such thing as bad student, only bad teacher.
2 branches, 1 tree. Let's do this.
What happened to 2 branches, 1 tree?
One branch stronger than the other.
Karate Kid Legends, exclusively in theaters Thursday, rated PG-13. The Eastern Conference rivalry is about to reignite.
I was in such respect.
Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers are looking to repeat last year's dismissal of New York. But now, Jalen Brunson and the Knicks are out for revenge. Every possession, a battle. Every point, hard-earned. Everything on the line. The Eastern Conference Finals. Knicks Pacers, tomorrow on TNT.
All right, I'm Scott Van Pelt. We are getting set for Sports Center. Full highlights and post-game coverage from this with Tim Legler, Coach Malone, Brian Windhorst, and Jalen Brunson, what he had to say ahead of Game 4 between the Knicks and the Pacers. And Panthers trying to get back to defend the Stanley Cup Finals, but the Canes get off the deck. Important review, Mike, Doris, Richard, back to you.
Thank you, Scott. They just had a successful challenge by OKC. Chet Holmgren went straight up. And for those wondering about him being in the restricted area, once the defender leaves his feet to go up, it negates the restricted area. But the ball went off of Holmgren's head. So it's Minnesota ball, but no free throws and no foul. Randall has it. And they still 10 to shoot. Edwards on a drive. Ford trying to stay with him. Corner 3. Shot no good. Reed the rebound and foul. Nas Reed will force his 6th rebound. Lucas Alexander, I believe the call was on him. And that's his 4th.
And look, OKC is small right now. They don't have a traditional big on the floor. And that's when you got to hit the glass. You see Randall in the middle of the floor. I love to see Nas Reed. Yes, he's a shooting big, but he is still a big. Hit that glass.
So Jalen Williams is at the 5. And remember, there was a period of time this year where both Chet and Isaiah Hartenstein were out. And Williams held up at the 5 position. But this is a big ask. I wonder how long they stay this downsized.
Big free throws there for Nas Reed. 9 points, 6 rebounds. One of the NBA's best 6 men. Just under 8 minutes remaining here in Game 4. Williams against DiVincenzo. Gets inside. Nice feed. Caruso missed it. But a goaltender. Reed hit it after it. Aaron off the backboard. Great feed from Jalen Williams.
And again, it's this, you put Alex Caruso, so when you play a small lineup, somebody still has to be in that dunker. Alex Caruso navigates the backside, gets open.
That might not have gone in. Edwards goes inside. Oh, beautiful move from Anthony Edwards. Just 12 points, but he has his team within 3 with 7.5 remaining. Reed picks up SGA. He tells Dort to go through. Pull up, jump shot. Got it.
He's got one man to beat. And his ability to get to his spots and the pace. There's no rush. I'm going to get to my spot because I'm 6'6" and I can rise up.
Moving screen called on McDaniels. And look who caused it. Once again, Luke Dort. That's 3 on McDaniels. That's the right call. Hey, look, there's not much there. But watch Shea walk. He navigates his player walk. He's walking there. He's walking there because he knows he just wants to get to that spot. So it's just the pace in which he plays that is just different and hard to guard. There's not stopping that because he's just trying to get to his spot. He's back over 30 again. Pass to Holmgren. Holmgren, good looks for 3. It's good. Chet Holmgren from downtown. And the lead back up to 8. Timeout Minnesota. Holmgren with a 20-point game. And for SGA, his 8th assist, Doris.
The man is the MVP for a reason, Mike. He has been under control. He sees the challenge. Nas does a great job. He was not on point with his passing in Game 3, but that's in the pocket, and Chet just has to step in.
And tonight, during this broadcast of the National Basketball Association, here's an exclusive look at the Fantastic Four first steps.
Well, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up into space and come back forever changed. Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking? Okay. Is this guy good or what?
Are you the protectors of this world? Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
Are we safe? I don't know.
There's not enough time.
We will face this together. We will fight it together. As a family.
We will protect you.
I miss you, sweetie.
Well, this is it.
Yeah. Oh, I miss you so much. Oh.
Just got an online offer from CarMax to sell this mom van. This is the greatest day of my life. I mean, this is the saddest day of my life. It's so hard to walk away. It's really, really hard. Let's stay strong.
Instant online offers. CarMax. As long as probably forever there's only been one Frosty. Because what would we even do? Add a bunch of new swirls and mix-ins like Oreo cookies or Pop-Tarts pieces? That's kind of genius, actually. For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's.
Introducing Michelob Ultra Zero. Zero alcohol, ultra smooth taste. Just 29 calories. Stay in the game with Michelob Ultra Zero.
At Avis, we rent cars, unlike anyone else rents cars. Because for 75 years, we've only had one plan. To make sure you keep yours.
Here they are, McCrispy strips. Long, tender, juicy chicken made for dipping. Or rather, double dipping. But why stop there? Keep going. New McCrispy strips now at McDonald's. Run them a cook.
You might believe in getting even. You might be looking to take control. All that matters now is this next game. The Western Conference Final. Stars, Oilers, Tuesday at 8 on ESPN and ESPN+.
Back with AT&T Connected Can. Richard, Chet Holmgren, the Minnesota native, won 4 state championships in this building. He feels very, very comfortable. Doing a little bit of everything for OKC. It's been impressive to watch. And knocking down just open shots. He's got 20 points off 8 of 12 shooting. Also 7 boards, a block shot. Contesting a lot of other shots as well. His three-pointer that he just hit was changed to a 2 during that timeout. The toe just right on the line. So now he has 19 points and the lead is 7. Still plenty of time. Dort fighting over another screen. Does it again. Edwards gets into the paint, kicks it out the corner. Alexander Walker, nope. They wave it off a foul before the shot.
Is that on Shea because that's flag, or is that going the other way?
It's on Edwards. Second foul on Anthony Edwards.
You don't like it, but that's just the call. And it was an accident. He didn't mean to knock him off, but it doesn't give the defender an opportunity to get to contest the ball.
That's the 21st turnover for Minnesota. Back in the hands of Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock down to 8. Backing in against his cousin. Up top, Holmgren. This is a three-pointer. Won't go. Mason Wallace, another offensive rebound. Holmgren right there on the follow. 19 offensive rebounds for OKC, and it's a 9-point lead. Dort fighting. Edwards, a contested three. It's good! Anthony Edwards with a big bucket. Holmgren right in his face. That's his first three-pointer of the night. SGA the drive, the finish, can't get it. Alexander Walker drives inside, Strip lost it out of bounds, and it's still Minnesota ball.
We keep talking about this was the most prolific three-point shooter in the league this year, and that is a tough shot with that contest.
And look, Chet misses that shot. Mason Wallace gets it, and that type of pass just finished itself. When you're that open, you get a good pass.
Russo back in. Wallace sits down. DiVincenzo wide open, puts up a three. DiVincenzo dynamite here in game 4.
What a response for DiVincenzo. For much of the series, it's been a monumental struggle, but a big spot, and he's responded.
SGA.
Good offensive foul on Caruso, man. Thank you, boy. OKC score, man. OK in Minnesota score, man. OKC 109, Minnesota 106. Minnesota do got the ball.
He's had himself a game, and he's doing it again tonight.
Edwards trying to get free. Puts up the three. In and out. Gobert tips it. And right to SGA as we hit the 5-minute mark. SGA spins. Gobert looking to help. Taking his time. Falling away. It's up. It's good. SGA playing like an MVP. 33 points.
It's got to be a nice luxury when you got a guy that scores 30 on 50% shooting. Half the shots that he throws up are good every single night.
Gobert gets free, kicks it out. McDaniels a three. That's good. Minnesota with another answer.
Minnesota ain't trying to go home down. They ain't trying to go down 3-1, man.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Holmgren. Off the bounce. A lot of contact, they let it go. Inside Caruso, layup, he banks it home. Beautiful pass from Holmgren.
Alex Caruso lurking on the baseline again.
Edwards gets free. Kicks it out in the corner. Alexander Walker blocked by Dort. SGA guarded by McDaniels. 6'9" and long arms. Williams trying to set a screen. Now it's SGA against Gobert.
Stop bagging up.
Set of drives, pulls back, drives it in, stops, falls down, gets it to Williams, three-pointer. It's good. Jalen Williams with a big bucket. And a timeout call by Minnesota to lead up to 7 with 3.5 to play. Minnesota thought there should have been a travel.
They thought there should have been a travel. He keeps that left pivot foot down. That grip on the Converse is good. And so is that three by J-Dub. Watch it, he puts that pivot foot down, keeps it, but through the wickets, the 5-hole. For the three, look, he's watching it the whole way.
Man, that made this an abracadabra, boom, bam, pass it in, man.
Flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
Meet the IHOP House Faves value menu. Everything's just $6. Like the breakfast faves combo, $6. French toast breakfast, $6. $6 for all this and all that. That's a lot of breakfast for $6. Weekdays at IHOP.
Tonight's highlight brought to you by Fantastic Four. First steps, Norris.
Well, the offensive rebounding, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, they want to show him a crowd. And we have seen them attack the baseline multiple times. That corner crash is such a big part of the NBA. Flame on, you four. Multiple looks. Get to the three-point bucket. Down it goes.
And just here again, every time they get that second opportunity, they used to call those daggers. When you get that offensive rebound, now everyone's crashed. There's three-point shooters wide open. Those are dagger threes.
A critical time right now in this critical game. OKC trying to take a 3-1 commanding lead. Minnesota desperate to tie it up. Right now they trail by 7. Edwards on the drive. Lost the handle. Picked up by Caruso. A 22nd turnover for the T-Wolves.
And they're putting a small on Rudy Gobert. So whenever he comes up to set a screen, it's a simple switch.
Dort. Holmgren. Spins. Drives. Cross-court Caruso. Inside. SGA jumper. Won't go. Fight for the rebound. And a loose ball foul against Holmgren. Not the penalty yet. That's the 3rd team foul.
Yeah, no, they were wondering if they should review that. They did a good job keeping that review in their pocket.
Edwards against Dort. Edwards getting free. Back up top, McDaniels. McDaniels down the lane. Gets inside. Lays it in off the glass.
But to the point, they're not having Rudy Gobert go up now. What they're doing is they brought Jaden McDaniels up there so that you can get Chet on that screen.
Gilgeous-Alexander once again against his cousin. Pulls up. Shot clock. A foul. Alexander Walker saying challenge it. They had a successful challenge earlier in the game, so they still have 1 remaining.
Oh, it's a foul.
Yep.
I'm just saying, if I'm a coach and I use a challenge and you foul the player, oh, there's a fine involved. There's some sort of fine that's going in the pot. I'm keeping the percentages on how many times you're right. Because every player is saying review it, Mike.
You had to like how adamant he was that it was a clean block. Free throw is good. Well, in honor of Memorial Day, please join the NBA family in recognizing the service and sacrifice of our nation's military and their families. Always keep in mind the families as Gilgeous-Alexander hits 2 free throws. Back up to 7. He's got 35. Still 2:20 remaining. Edwards, head down, drives inside, kicks it out. DiVincenzo, another 3. Got it! Dante DiVincenzo lighting it up. He's got 21.
The number of open corner threes by Minnesota, the right reads by Anthony Edwards.
DiVincenzo harassing Williams. Williams on the drive, pulls up, difficult shot, goes in. Jalen Williams with 31. 11 here in the 4th quarter. Under 2 minutes remaining. Edwards looking for an opening, finds McDaniels, corner. Alexander Walker, in and out. DiVincenzo back out McDaniels. Alexander Walker on the drive, goes inside, lays it up and in. Oh, beautiful move. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Shea might have 35, but the cousin is cooking right now. Eight on the 24. Williams puts it in. Jalen Williams answers once again. And it's back up to 7 with 1:18 remaining. McDaniels drives, goes inside, lays it up and in. And 1:10 left. Still tied. Each team with multiple timeouts remaining.
I'm watching Shea continuing to direct traffic. Look, he's wasting time. He's trying to go as late in the shot clock as possible.
1-on-1. SGA falling away, puts it up. 1 Edwards looks to push. Caruso in front. Edwards to McDaniels. McDaniels on the drive, just spinning the layup, blocked by Holmgren. Picked up by SGA. And a foul. Alexander Walker. What a sensational block from Chet Holmgren, who looks absolutely gassed right now.
But how about the mobility of his 7-footer? That's a spin move. It looks like he's lost his balance. The ability at that size to recover and not have that hit window first. Folks, you are looking at a big-time shot blocker.
That was a foul to give, so now the next one will put them in the penalty. With 35.3 seconds remaining. Caruso, Holmgren, Dort, Williams, and Gilgeous Alexander out there. In a 5-point game, they don't come with a steal, they have to work the foul. SGA turns it over, the double team, knocks it away. Here comes Edwards. Edwards puts up a three. Dort couldn't get it. Alexander Walker, McDaniels, three-pointer. Bang! 2-point game with 23.1 remaining. Gilgeous Alexander in the front court. They have to foul if they don't get the turnover. And there's the reach-in foul on Alexander Walker. So clutch free throws right now, the opportunity for SGA with 14.5 remaining. Everybody out there on the floor right now looks absolutely exhausted. And that's the way it should be.
As I was about to say, Mike, if you're not exhausted at the end of an Eastern Conference playoff game, or Western Conference, excuse me, you are not doing what you're supposed to do out there on that court.
He's 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Probably since the first. Makes it a 3-point game. This one crucial. Julius Randle is going to come back in. Trey Gilgeous Alexander, an 85% career free throw shooter.
Minnesota has 2 timeouts. So if he makes it, do you use one to advance it?
I would say yes, but 14 seconds is not a lot of time. You can't waste much, and here it comes.
Those are 2 of the biggest free throws of his career. Nails them both. Minnesota ball down 4, 14-5 remaining.
Man, them folk, man. Man. Down 3-1, man. What they gonna do, man?
What about something more family friendly? Maybe a resort with a...
They finna be down 3-1, man.
Or somewhere less family friendly?
Yep, one Vegas hotel for the bride to be. Find exactly what you're looking for. Booking.com, booking.com.
Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Would you want me to call you in the morning or? Because I think if you take me to work, by the time I get off at about 10, so by the time I get off, you might
Back here in game 4.
be through the car.
Shot making right now. OKC up by 4. Minnesota.
So you just drop me off and then by 10, you just come back pick me up. You might be through that car right now.
Remember, in the Denver series, they went a little situation of So Richard, at what point do you want to use your
You want me? Well, just leave your phone on ringer. That way I can call you. Or Trinity, you leave your phone off the ringer.
Rudy Gobert out there to set a screen. Looking for DiVincenzo. He was over
Chi-Chi.
DiVincenzo off the bounce goes inside. Quickly can't get it to go. Gobert's follow. The second one's good with 9.9 remaining. And a timeout by OKC. Their lead cut to 2. We'll take a quick timeout. Thunder ball when we return.
You liked it, Trinity? You liked it?
You know,
I know how to make pieces and everything. I just don't be doing
allow me to assist.
We'll try that next time. All right. Hey, Trinity. Leave your phone on too, just in case I got to call your phone if he don't get up.
State Farm.
What she say? I'll fix you some noodles.
9.9 seconds remain here in Game 4. The Oklahoma City Thunder a chance to take a commanding 3-1 lead in this Western Conference Final, and just got to inbound the ball and perhaps hit some free throws.
You say just have to inbound the ball, but we have seen in the course of this playoff, simple inbounds have been problematic. If you're Minnesota, your length has bothered them some defensively, so I wonder, do you give yourself a second and a half maybe to try to go for a steal before you foul?
You do, because you have another timeout so you can advance it. And then you want to leave yourself a little bit of time with this free throw game, maybe 6 seconds, so that you can bring it up when you have no more timeouts afterward.
The key for both teams is each has one remaining, so if the Thunder have trouble getting it in, they can call their final timeout. Execution here is key. Caruso looking, and uses that timeout. You not want to wait until it got close to that 5-second count. Great ball denial from Minnesota. And now the Thunder out of timeouts.
Well, you've completely downsized because you want speed on the floor. McDaniels helping out, great deny. You force him to use it. Beautiful.
Wednesday night on ESPN will be in Oklahoma City for Game 5 of this Western Conference Finals. Coverage starts NBA countdown 7:30 Eastern. Tip-off shortly after 8:30. Will the Thunder have that 3-1 lead over the Wolves? Pull off a miracle to close this out. And even a series of 2 games apiece. Caruso will inbound again. Dort, Gilgeous-Alexander, Holmgren, and Jalen Williams.
A lot more pressure on the inbounder. I'd rather than turn it over in a tough spot, eat it.
SGA gets it and immediately fouled by Shannon, so he will go to the free throw line. Chance to give them a 4-point lead with 8.8 remaining.
And that's a lot of faith to give the rookie SGA. But you trust in his defense, his pressure, and you want to foul right away because you want to have enough time. But Minnesota's got one more timeout left.
The NBA scoring champion, the NBA MVP right now. But again, 2 of the biggest free throws of his career. This one critical to make it a 4-point game. Rebounding substitution for Minnesota.
Should he miss? Decision for Chris Finch. Play and flow before they set their defense without a timeout, or use it?
I call a timeout right now.
Missed the second. Randall rebound and a quick timeout. Minnesota still alive. Only down 3 with 8.4 remaining. Gilgeous-Alexander was 10 for 11 before that free throw. So
Minnesota down 3, man. They got the ball, man. Timeout. 8.4 seconds left, man. A 3-wheel tie the game, man.
Your personal messages, they're yours. We can't read them. We can't hear them. We can't see them. They're all private. On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Not even us.
You see both teams out of timeouts, and remember, when you're out of timeouts, you can't challenge anything if there's a controversial play. There's still 8.4 remaining. Minnesota will advance the ball to the front court. What do you expect from them?
Well, this is the thing. With that foul to give, it becomes a little dicey because they can just catch and go up in their shooting motion, so you get a little nervous. If I still like the foul for OKC. If they get an opportunity on the catch, foul them. Don't even get that opportunity for a 3.
Teams practice this all the time to try and commit the right way to make sure it's not in a shooting motion.
Mark Degno has done this before where he has fouled in this situation. Again, the Denver series, it bit him a little bit.
And no fouls to give. Fortunately, the one foul to give, no timeouts for Minnesota. They allowed it into Reed. And there's the quick foul. Well, that was so quick. About a half second came off the clock, so now they'll do it again. Remember, Minnesota does not have any timeouts left.
You do it again, and then you've got to get your bigs back on the floor. Right now, it's all smalls because of the speed.
DiVincenzo looking. By Naz Reid. And there's the foul.
And here comes Hartenstein.
So with 7.2 remaining, boy, they didn't waste any time. Reed's going to go to the free throw line, down 3. The problem for Minnesota right now, they don't have timeouts. So is it too early to make one and then try and miss and get the rebound?
I think it is too early because with 7 seconds, you have plenty of time to get the ball up the floor and get a good shot. But like I said, it gets a little dicey on those catch and shoots. When you're trying to foul, they fouled immediately, and I like that from OKC.
Dort fouls out. Reed 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Conley sinks that one. That makes it a 2-point game. Gobert's going to come in. And let's see what the strategy from Chris Finch is. 7.2 seconds, a lot of time in the NBA. So let's see if Reed intentionally tries to miss it as Gobert's in there. Or they cut it to 1 and then try and steal or commit a foul. Reed knocks down the second. 1-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander has it. And quickly fouled with 6.1 remaining. And even if he hits these 2, it's still a 3-point game. Now, Minnesota does not have any timeouts left, but can certainly go the length of the floor.
Cousin against Cousin, and he gets himself open again. And then just it's about protecting that basketball.
Well, he's had 4 big free throws down the stretch here at crunch time. 3 for 4. He just missed his last one.
Mike, if he hits both of these, I like that you want to foul. I like that idea of fouling them, not getting. And he maybe even before he gets past half court, after half court it gets dicey because you can shoot it. Before half court, take 2.5 seconds off, give a foul, give him 2 free throws, and just keep burning the clock.
Most he's ever scored in a playoff game, 39. This one enormous, but they get a 3-point lead. 6.1 seconds left. Both teams out of timeouts. Second one, got it. 2 clutch free throws there. DiVincenzo going to look to throw it down the floor. Gets it to Edwards. Edwards bringing it up. Caruso right with him, and there's the foul. Caruso played it perfectly. And now Edwards will shoot with 3.5 remaining. Now you have to think he's going to miss the second.
The speed, and to get that on a downward dribble, just perfect defensive execution.
Yeah, again, it's the foul before half court. That gives you an opportunity. OKC wants a little bit of time to burn off that clock before the foul, but after half court, it gets dicey, especially with the range of these players.
Edwards from the line, 4 of 5, just 15 points tonight. Knocks down the first. And now you see Gobert coming in. Hartenstein will be right next to him. It's not easy to miss a free throw intentionally sometimes. You have to make sure you hit the rim. Everybody along the lane can go in on the release. Edwards has to wait until it hits something. Jalen Williams, who hasn't played, comes in to help out on the boards against Randall. Edwards, back shot no good. Rebound Gilgeous-Alexander holds it, throws it down the court, goes out of bounds with 1/10 of a second remaining. Right now, the officials are going to get together and talk about it. There's still 1/10 of a second on the clock.
The fan caught it, Mike. So what impact does that have on that?
It really has no impact because there's 0.1 second left to go. You can't get off a shot with 0.1.
Well, if Minnesota inbounds, you throw it at the rim, and a tip can do it, but that's the only thing. You can't catch and shoot.
And there's no goaltending in that moment, so you can literally try and make it as somebody touches the ball.
He looks like, oh, see, there's more time on the clock there. And is he breaking the plane of that sideline right there?
That's what Hartenstein was complaining about to the referee.
Well, the ball was certainly going out of bounds, but Zach Zarba lines it up. They are not putting any time back on the clock. It just says 1/10 of a second remaining.
Because I think they're trying to say that the play, yeah, see, I think they're going to discuss it.
Zach Zarba, Billy Kennedy, James Williams, 3 veteran officials, 64 seasons of NBA officiating. So Zarba's going to go over to the scores table, and I think they're going to put time back on the clock. OKC putting Holmgren on the inbound. Smart move for 7-footer. Now they put 3/10 of a second. So this you can catch and shoot with 3/10 of a second. It has to be quick and immediate, obviously. But 3/10 of a second could be a catch and shoot. We'll see if they lob it up at Gobert or try another route, trying to get it to Edwards to hoist up a long shot. Throws it inside, deflected from Williams, and that's it. It's over. Oklahoma City rebounds from a 42-point loss and takes a commanding 3-1 lead in this Western Conference final. Another hard-fought game for Minnesota. The first close game of the series. Anthony Edwards struggled scoring tonight, but they had their chances down the stretch. And OKC hitting all the big shots.
We said it, and this is a character win. OKC trying to take that commanding lead, getting that punch in Game 3, and showing back up here in Game 4, a close game. After all the things that they've been through after last game, listening to everything, coming out here and battling, and Chet Holmgren was trying to tell the officials that he touched that ball on the original flight.
Disappointing evening for the Timberwolves fans. OKC bounces back as they've done time.
Timberwolves lost. Out of there. Now I'm finna go to Call of Duty. Scream on Call of Duty, man. Call of Duty time, man.
You guys responded. How were you able to